In this video I'd like to explain to you how to use our electrometer, how to determine charges of charged objects. In this example I will explain it with the sphere from the Coulomb experiment. First of all, how to set up the electrometer. Here you see the electrometer. Plug in the Faraday cup where it says in. Plug in the capacitor into in and grounding. Then to measure the output voltage, connect the multimeter on the right side here, and then connect this rod with the grounding of the electrometer here in the middle to discharge the Faraday cup. Plug in the power supply of the electrometer and now choose the measurement range. In this case it's 20 volt. If there is an offset, discharge the Faraday cup. If there is still an offset, you can use the offset knob to regulate it, to set it to 0. Let's continue with how to charge the sphere and then determine the charge of the sphere from the Coulomb experiment. So first of all, you can check the video for the high voltage power supply and the charge storage capacitor, how to charge the sphere and how to set it up in detail. But just quickly, first of all, we have protected earth here, or grounding from the experiment, and we discharge everything. And now we switch on the high voltage power supply to, in this case, to 20 kilovolts. We plug in the capacitor, charge the capacitor positively, and transfer the charge to the Coulomb sphere. Switch it off. And now the Coulomb sphere is positively charged. We take it and transfer the charge to the Faraday cup by touching it. So the charge is transferred. To determine the charge of the sphere, we check the voltage on the multimeter. It's 4.07, and to determine the charge of the sphere, we simply have to multiply the voltage with the capacity of the capacitor. It's 10 nanofarad. So we get 4 times 10 is 40 nanocoulomb in this case.
By the way, you can also measure the charge without transferring it. That way the charge remains on the sphere. Therefore, put the sphere carefully into the Faraday cup without touching it, and put the sphere in deeply enough so the value of the multimeter stops increasing, and read out the voltage.
For the Coulomb experiment, you have to determine several charged spheres. So after each measurement, don't forget to discharge the Faraday cup and discharge the sphere as well as the capacitor. Now you can continue with the next measurement.